It was a Sunday evening at around 5 p.m. I was in the kitchen preparing dinner for my 3-year-old granddaughter who I was babysitting. My eldest son and his wife needed some quality time together. The plan was to feed the little princess, put her to bed, then take a bath and catch up on some reading over a glass of wine. It was so quiet outside that I could hear my gate open and close. That's when I realized that I didn't lock the gate. Soon after, there was a knock on the door. I wondered who it could be because I was not expecting anybody on that Sunday. With the level of crime that was going on in my neighborhood, I just had to ask, "Who is it?" The voice on the other side responded, "It's Nkanyezi." I didn't know any person by the name Nkanyezi, but the voice sounded familiar. It sounded like my late husband. I opened the door just to peek and I almost had a heart attack. There stood a boy who looked like he was in his late teens, the exact image of my husband. His height, build, skin complexion, and his smile. I asked the boy, "Can I help you?" And with a smile he responded, "My name is Nkanyezi. I am looking for my father's family. My mother gave me this address. My father's name is Victor Nzimande." I couldn't believe my eyes or my ears. I asked the boy, "Who is your mother?" And the boy responded in a very calm voice, "Ma, with great respect, may I please come inside so we can talk?" The boy was well mannered that I let him in and offered him a drink. I sat there opposite the boy, feeding my granddaughter in my living room, and looked at the boy. I asked him again, "Son, who is your mother?" The boy started shaking as he took a sip of the drink. He then looked at me in the eye, rubbing his hands together like my late husband would when he was caught between a rock and a hard place. The boy responded, "Ma, please don't kick me out of your house when I tell you who my mother is. Please give me a chance to explain why I am here." At this point, I had an idea who the boy's mother could be. I kept quiet and looked at him. He then said, "My mom's name is Tlaban." Immediately after he mentioned that, I felt something in my heart sink. I put down the plate of food I was feeding my granddaughter from, and I felt my chest closing in. The boy quickly ran to my kitchen and came back with a glass of water. He then helped me to drink the glass of water. He went back to sit exactly where he was sitting while looking down, and he kept rubbing his hands together. After regrouping myself, I asked him, "Son, what do you want from me?" The boy responded, "Ma, I didn't come to cause you pain. Things have not been going well for me. Ever since I completed my 12th grade, things have not been going well. I am struggling to further my studies, and I struggle to get a job. I went to consult a traditional healer. I was told that I needed to set foot at my father's house. I was told that there are customs that need to be performed for me by my father, who I am well aware that he is no longer with us. I was advised that my older brother or uncles can perform this for me. The reason I am here is to ask a big favor of you, as I do not know my father's family and my mother directed me here. If you can, I would be grateful, but if you can't, I would understand." The boy sounded as smooth as my late husband. He brought tears to my eyes. I said to him, "You must have been conceived during a time when your mother was a huge factor in my marriage. I know your mother very well. When I confronted her about the affair that she was having with my husband, she said that if I was dishing it out well at home, my husband wouldn't be going around looking for it. Your father just kept denying everything. During that time, I would cry myself to sleep. I had nowhere to go because I was an unemployed mother of 2 who had been forced by her husband to quit her job. That very same year, I had a miscarriage. I lost a baby boy who would have been my 3rd child. Your father was excited about the boy and he wanted to name him Nkanyezi. That year, he felt the stars were shining on him because he had gotten a promotion at work. We were able to extend our house and he bought himself a brand new car. After I had the miscarriage, he assured me that he had separated with your mother, and I believed him. I did not know that he had a child with another woman and named him after our late son. If I am doing my math right, you must have been 5 years when your father died.